Well, friends, I have surprising news to share with you today. The Biden administration has just made a huge announcement. President Biden is approving $37 billion in funding. This funding will benefit millions of seniors and disabled Americans. Experts say this money would help improve important programs for the American people. My dear friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video to hear about all of these details. Also, to say thank you for being part of this community. Every Friday, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways.
On the Inflation Reduction Act accomplishments, this morning the American people received more proof that the Biden and Democratic agenda is working. The Labor Department reported today that year-over-year inflation in November slowed down to 3.1%. At the beginning of this year, it was more than double at 6.4%. And remember, last summer, before we passed the Inflation Reduction Act and the CHIPS and Science Act, inflation was over 9%. From 9% all the way down to 3.1%, we've made big progress. Meanwhile, the labor market remains strong. Jobs are up, higher than they were before the pandemic. And listen to this, investment in manufacturing construction, plants that will turn out goods that we can consume here and export, is at a 20-year high, more than double its highest under the previous administration. There's a lot of talk from the previous president about jobs. He did very little. This administration, with what we have done, is really producing jobs, jobs, jobs. No one should be surprised, Mr. President. Thanks to the Democratic work on the IRA, 2023 has been a banner year for American job creation and for American manufacturing, at the same time getting inflation and the cost to American families down. In 2023, dozens of companies have announced new investments in the U.S., resulting in hundreds of new clean energy projects and creating tens of thousands of new good-paying jobs. And that's just 2023, Mr. President. The Inflation Reduction Act is projected to create another 1.5 million jobs over the next decade. According to the White House, private companies have announced more than $600 billion in investments across the country, many spurred by the IRA, the Inflation Reduction Act. And it's not just through manufacturing the Democratic agenda is paying dividends. In a few short weeks, seniors, for the first time, will have a cap on how much they pay for prescription drugs, thanks to the Inflation Reduction Act. This is life-changing news for seniors across the country. Never again will a horrible diagnosis mean $10,000 or more to get the drug you need to approve. Thanks to the Inflation Reduction Act, insulin is also capped at $35 a month for seniors on Medicare. And vaccines are now free. Let me repeat that. Vaccines are free, improving health care across America and helping people be healthy without having to pay for it in terms of things they can't afford. Drug makers are penalized if they raise prices faster than inflation. The administration is negotiating right now for better prices for 10 of the highest cost, most commonly used drugs in Medicare. And because ACA premiums are becoming more affordable, this year we're seeing a record number of Americans sign up for health care on the individual marketplaces. It takes a lot of work, but Democrats' agenda is paying off. Costs are coming down, jobs and opportunity are going up, and while there's a lot of work to do, the American economy is on the right track. I yield the floor.
Today, the Biden administration announced that $37 billion in funding has been committed to benefit seniors and Americans with disabilities. The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services released new data that showed all 50 states are leveraging support from the American Rescue Plan. President Biden signed the plan into law in 2021, and states have committed about $37 billion so far. According to Yahoo News, more than $25 billion of the funding has gone to help retain, expand, and train care workforces, and to increase the pay and improve benefits for care workers. The other roughly $12 billion includes services for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities, offering family caregivers training and counseling support, as well as reducing wait lists for home and community-based services. Officials have also noted that the funding will help provide house-related services to Americans at risk of being homeless. The Biden administration highlighted several states that have taken advantage of the funds, including Colorado, which it said had increased the base wages of 60,000 care workers with the funding. The state of Maine has provided bonuses to more than 24,000 care workers, while North Carolina established a fund to improve recruitment and retention of care workers. This week, officials will convene to discuss the investments in home and community care. The discussion will be led by Health and Human Services Administration Secretary Xavier Becerra and will include Democratic Senator Bob Casey and Governor Josh Shapiro of Pennsylvania, Governor Janet Mills of Maine, and Governor Jared Polis of Colorado. So, dear friends, what are your thoughts on this new approved funding? Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section below. However, according to Newsweek, not everything is going well for Medicare recipients. A new survey shows that a growing number of Americans are being blocked from health care despite being covered under Medicare. A yearly survey of consumer experiences with health insurance found that while most Americans are satisfied with their Medicare experiences, one group is consistently struggling. Medicare is generally offered to those aged 65 and older, but some Americans are able to get access to the program due to specific disabilities or health conditions. That means 7.7 million Americans under the age of 65 get Medicare, which comprises 12% of all Medicare recipients. Despite making up more than 1 in 10 Medicare beneficiaries, this group is not reporting positive experiences. 92% of those over the age of 65 gave positive ratings of their Medicare coverage, but only 79% of those under 65 with disabilities did. According to the survey, they were also more likely to report worse access to care, more cost concerns, and lower satisfaction with care. The issues they faced varied, but 70% experienced some type of issue with health insurance over the past year, compared to just 49% of those 65 and older. The issues they faced varied. According to Newsweek, the reasons for dissatisfaction are unclear. But since Medicare was initially created to serve older adults, there might be various gaps in coverage for those younger and disabled. Healthcare professionals watch the challenges that Medicare recipients face every day. Some have reported that younger individuals with disabilities typically have much more complex healthcare needs compared to older adults. Copays and deductibles for uncovered services can also carry a heavy burden on younger Americans as well, and potentially limit them from seeking treatment at all. So, dear friends, what are your thoughts on all of this? How do you think the government can solve this issue? Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section below. Well, my great and amazing friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. My dearest friends, thank you so much for being part of this community. To say thank you and to show my appreciation, every Friday I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. Thank you, and have a wonderful and very blessed week.